Hi, in this video we're going to go through creating an application for a mobile device on the .NET MAUI project type to allow us to take a good old analog notebook that we can write using normal pens and take screen kind of camera captures of that notebook. We'll get Chat GPT to extract the text, and then we'll upload the images to, the extracted text to OneNote as just kind of normal pages in there. So what we'll do is, so the first thing we'll do is we'll use Chat GPT to kind of vibe code a kind of prototype on a mobile device, just through a normal web browser, and then we'll jump onto a normal laptop PC, and then we'll go through the process of kind of creating that MAUI app through Visual Studio. We'll get GitHub Copilot to kind of build the solution, fix any errors and that sort of thing, and then we'll just run it on the Windows platform in case we've got a tablet that we want to use this application on, and then we'll deploy it to an Android device. We won't use an iOS device because we will need to either a Mac available or deploy it to a physical device, but it just kind of gives the kind of principles of taking the requirements, generating an application, and then kind of getting it deployed and working. So so we'll dive straight in. So we'll just jump over to the mobile device with the Chat GPT app on there. So what we'll do is we'll put in the requirements that we need for this particular application. So what we want is an application that's basically creates a .NET MAUI app for an Apple iPhone that takes a series of pictures, using the phone's camera of the analog mobile notebook, and then we want to upload each one of the pictures that it creates to ChatGPT and extract the text. And then we want to create a mobile OneNote page for each one of the images that it creates. So we'll just let that kind of carry on and see what it comes up with. So this is quite a good way to basically kind of brainstorm an idea. So it's got the high level steps there, and it's going to create the app. It's going to capture the photos, going to use the Chat GPT Vision OCR, and then it's going to upload the pages to OneNote. And so it's kind of telling us what additional permissions we'll need, and whether we want to kind of create a GitHub project with the code once it creates it. So we'll say yes to that. And so it's just going to go away. It's going to analyse what we've asked it to do, and spin up appropriate kind of codexes, I think they called it, behind the scenes to actually generate the application. So obviously, this is all running in the cloud. I'm just kind of brainstorming this idea on my phone. It's gone away, kind of created the application, and it's given us a link to download it. So it's asking us whether we want to include any authentication and any UI elements in there. So we'll just say yes, please include the authentication integration in there as well, and whether we want any cross-platform support. So we'll just kind of tell it that we want a preview of all of the images that it's going to take photos of, and just to allow the user to check ultimately that the photos that that it's kind of captured are going to be suitable for whatever it is that they're note taking on their, you know, iPad. So I'll just tell it to create a button to export to OneNote, and yeah, that should be enough. So, like I say, it's just going to go away now and make those changes to the project that it created, and then it'll do the same kind of thing. It'll give us a link to the code that it's created and allow us to download it. Obviously, we won't be able to do anything with the kind of mobile device, but you know, we can see that it's understood what we wanted it to do, and it's going to create just a basic app. Yeah, hopefully it shouldn't take too much longer. And there we go. So there, quick demo there of kind of the brainstorming element. So yeah, we'll move on to the next bit. So we'll try to download the template from Chat GPT, and we can't. So the session's expired. You know, that was done last night, and this is this morning, so or this afternoon even. So we'll just get it to create the application, but we'll include the Android version in this one, and you know, we can see that it's just kind of going away, analysing what we've asked for. It's going to redo the particular kind of requirements and add in the Android version, or at least that's what it should do. So we'll just kind of leave that kind of going for a minute, and hopefully it will come back and produces the application. There we go. So we can now have a look at that application. So just open the file there. Just drag it onto the desktop and just have a look at what's in there. So, you know, it's pretty basic really. It's not a full-fledged application. So we'll just get Visual Studio to have a quick look at it and see what it's actually created in here. So we've just got a one-page application, but it's using the incorrect version of .NET. It's using .NET 7, so that's out of date. So that's one kind of problem to start with, and then we haven't really got the code in there that we asked for. So we'll just go back to Chat GPT and just ask it to add the code in. So yeah, so it's just, you know, I guess it's just misinterpreted what we asked for really. You know, it hasn't put all of the code in there, but you know, it's given us the bare bones. We'll just don't save that and just go back in here and just check what we actually put in to see whether I don't think we actually specified the .NET version. So yeah, so it has kind of created the code, but it's just, like I say, it's not put it in the application itself. So we'll just get it to do that now. So, you know, I guess with all these things, you know, kind of got to be fairly specific and explicit about what it is that you want it to do. So we'll just get that to do that. And obviously we could use the microphone, then dictate all of this, which, you know, I'll probably create another video on that, because I'm not sure that microphone will actually work at the minute, but you know, we'll kind of see. So yeah, so that'll go away and analyse what we've asked it to do, and while we're kind of waiting for that to to kind of work away. What I'll do is I'll just kind of have a look at creating a bog standard MAUI application through Visual Studio itself. So I'll do that now. So we've got the MAUI template there. We can just choose the app that we want to use. So we'll just call this Nomadic Notepad, Nomadic Notebook. Sorry. And then we won't choose .NET 10, we'll just choose 9, even though it's not really a long-term support or anything like that. Hopefully we should have less errors with this. So as you can see, we've got bog standard MAUI application. It's got all the different platforms in there. So straight away you can see the difference that we've got more of a kind of scaffolded application, whereas the GPT versions, it's just a basic app, and then we'll just build that. Okay, so we've got a build failure on that. So just get Copilot to take a look at that in a minute when it's finished building. Let's see how it's getting on. Oh yeah, so it's finished now, and it's telling us we can replace our IDs and API keys and stuff like that. So just get rid of that. Let's do the same thing there. Just have a quick look at it. Oh, that's running. Yeah, so this is a problem that I've come across before. So just double check the .NET version. I thought we might get away with this with having .NET 9, but it seems that because I'm running the preview version of Visual Studio, we've got a bit of a problem with the preview SDK version. So I shall just fix that. What I'll do is I'll pause the video and fix it, and then come back to it. So I've got the particular blog sites here. So as you can see, somebody else has come across this, and I recorded it in one of my other videos. So we just need to set the SDK version in the global.json file. So there must be a problem with the preview 4 version, so we'll just get it to go back a version. So quick way of grabbing the SDK version. There's probably an easier way of doing this, to be fair, but at least I know that this works. So we'll just grab that. And I'll just tell it to use that version of the SDK rather than the version 4. So I'll just try building that now. So that's built with a different error now, or it's not built, but we've got a different error message. So we'll just it's to do with the actual workload. So this is quite a fresh VM in terms of I've not used MAUI with this VM before, so I'll just see it's moaning about the Android in here. So what we can do is just see whether we can get it to work by reopening things. So it's doing a bit of a restore. So I'll just build that. No, it's not working. So we'll just get Copilot to fix it for us. Get it to do build and then fix the errors that come off the back of it, really. So again, first time I've used this for a while, so just need to allow it to do everything for us. So it'll just install the missing workloads. So it's probably because we've changed back to preview 3 that we need to do this. But it's quite good that it knows what the error is, knows how to fix it, let it crack on. We can spend our kind of cognitive power on other things, like what the application actually needs to do, rather than worrying about all this stuff behind the scenes. So that's going to take quite a while. So I'll just kind of plod through this and speed it up, speed the video up. So just have a quick look at what Chat GPT actually produced while we're waiting. Make sure it gave us the right thing this time. So yeah, so we've got the authentication in there. We've got the export button and what it needs to do, and we've got the extraction. So what we're going to use the vision preview GPT. It's going to extract the handwritten text from the notebook, and it's going to post it to OpenAI, get the result back, and then it will create the actual page. So yeah. So it's still going by the looks of it. This is quite a bit to install. It's the kind of first time that I've used this VM for a MAUI application. Just need to download all of the different versions. So let's have a quick look to see what we got in the GPT. So yeah, here's the kind of basic requirements that it's understood, and there was nothing in there in terms of what it was going to do about the .NET version. As you can see, it's defaulted to .NET 7 for some reason. Don't know why. It's probably the model that this has been trained on. But yeah, we've got the capture stuff, and so still going. But yeah, this is just a basic application. So what I'll do is, while we're waiting, I'll just have a quick look at what it's going to do. There we go, so it's installing them now. So Copilot's gone away and done its thing. Still a few more bits and pieces that we need to install. So for Android, obviously I could get rid of those prompts by using UAC, but I'm setting that to no. Try restarting. Okay. So I'll just get it to do the build again. That's one thing I've noticed with the MAUI stuff, is it does take a while to build. But yeah, it's one of those things, isn't it, I guess. There we go, so it's built now. So let's just try and run it. Always a good thing. And there we go, yeah. So that's working. So we can see that we can set it to an Android emulator. I won't do that just yet. I'll switch it back. I'll just have a quick look. I don't think there's anything installed by default. No, so it'll just error when I try and deploy it. But you know, we'll carry on in a minute. We'll just set it to an Android. Actually, what we'll do is get rid of that, get rid of that, get rid of that, and we'll just copy out the main page. So we've got a working application now that doesn't really do much. So we'll take our kind of requirements and apply that over the top. So I'll just copy that and jump back in here and just paste that. Where are we? Paste. Yep. Yep. Yeah, so there's our application. And there's our changes. So we'll just get Copilot to build that now. So it knows that we've got some authentication errors, so it's adding some packages in there for that. Just get rid of that. No. Failed again. Looks like it needs some additional files. Yeah, this is another weird thing with Copilot. It's kind of gone a bit rogue on the XAML and code behind. I noticed it doing this quite a few times with XAML. So it's obviously not quite sure about the file extensions and what it's doing. So we're putting XAML in code behind files and stuff. But you know, that's probably just some sort of bug that will get fixed as part of the next release or something like that. Yeah, it's really getting confused now. Perhaps doesn't help the fact I'm clicking around. Let's see what it's doing. Okay, it's moaning about a namespace. Let's just have a look. Nothing in there. So namespace is nomadic notebook. And what's the problem? Oh yeah, so it's the namespace on the file that we got from Chat GPT's what's confusing it, so it doesn't like that, so we'll just get that changed over. Just copy it. And paste that over. I think that's everything in there. And yeah, so that kind of fixes it. Let's see what Copilot thinks of it. Okay, this is interesting. So it hasn't picked up the fact that I changed those files manually. So it's going to undo that and make the app shell match the GPT version, which I guess is fine, but I mean it might be because I've not actually committed the code to Git. Maybe that's what it's looking for, but which I should have done really before I started all of this, but so I'll get it to change the namespace back in a second once it's built it again. Yeah, no errors with Copilot today. So it's built it and it's fixed the problem. Just undid the change that we wanted it to make, but we'll get it to change it back. So get that to correct it. Sort it out. Yeah, there we go. Cool. That's working, I think. Yeah. So what's quite interesting is that it's obviously Copilot's learning my expectations of. Oh, what have we got here? An error. Let's just copy that. Yeah, my. Oh, it's because of the URL. So get it to fix that. But it's obviously learning my expectations that I'm asking it to do a build. It's because I've already got one. I'll just cancel that. I'll just get it to just delete that repository. So I was messing about with a .NET 10 version of it. So I'll just where are we? It's in settings, isn't it? If I just scroll right down to the bottom, I should. There we go, danger zone. Yeah, delete it. Yes, understand. Yes. Oops. Yeah. Cool, that's gone. So we'll just add that again. Is everything right? Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, create and push. Yeah. So yeah, Copilot's understood my kind of expectations and knows it needs to do a build after pretty much everything it does, which is quite good. So yeah, nice little pop-up down the bottom, that's all good, and just run that again. I'll just get some error handling, so just get it to add some error handling so that we don't get a dirty error message. You know, obviously if this was on a mobile device and for whatever reason it couldn't connect to that URL, then we don't want it bombing out. It's not a good user experience really, so we'll just get something put in there. Yeah, so again, built it, didn't ask it to. Yeah, run. So we've got the button there now, we've got a status. So pops up with a photo, and yeah, I haven't got a camera because it's a VM, but we've got a dirty error message. Let's just copy that, get it to fix this. So again, you know, the sort of thing that we need some nice kind of error handling around this, just to make sure that you know, if there's a problem, with the particular application on the mobile device, we don't get any problems. So should go away and add. Again, built it again. So let's run that. Click to export, no camera, and photo not captured. Yep, all good. So get it to commit the changes. Quite sure what's going on there, but it's committed it. And added robust error handling. So just push that up. So if we can just have a quick look at the commits for that. So not much really. So got the project files, and there's the global file that I got to fix the problem. I'm not going to go through all of this, but that was just a quick example. So what we'll do is we'll get it to deploy to an Android device. Error. And just keep all of that. What's the error? I'll just get it to build and fix it. Yeah, I don't know why it takes so long to build these MAUI apps, but there we go. So it's built it okay. Just get it to run it. And let's create a device. Yep, create that. So it's going to go away and download the Android image for Pixel 7. API 35. I'll kind of speed through some of this because it'll take a while to download this and create the VM. Yeah, I did have to do some changes to my host to get this to work. Last night when I was trying it out, I found that I didn't have a particular feature installed on Hyper-V, so while that's downloading I'll just kind of talk through what I did. Really, I mean there's loads of kind of documentation out there that explains it, so we're creating the image now. It's going to unzip it all. It's actually not too bad. It's faster than it seems to be faster than it was last night when I was trying it. But yeah, I had to install this Windows hypervisor platform to allow the VM for the Android device to actually start up. It's a shame we can't do anything like this with the iOS devices, but we need a Mac, an Xcode for that. I did create a video, so it's now available. Let's just get Visual Studio to deploy it. So I can see it's running now. Where is it? That's down here, yeah. So, because we're just using a VM, it's got a basic graphics driver. So, yes, I did create a Mac OS VM to see whether I could use Xcode on that. And it kind of worked. It wasn't usable. It was nowhere near usable, but you really need a physical device to get an Apple device. But there we go. We've got the Google loading Android. So this will take a while as it kind of boots everything up. So I'll just speed through this part. So there we go. So we're now going through its boot up process. And yeah, got a Android mobile device. We'll just get it to deploy that again once it's finished booting up. So it's found the emulator. There we go. Got the .NET app. Still deploying down the bottom. Yeah, same as I was saying before. It's a shame that we can't get an iOS emulator, but you have to use something like a Mac Mini. But let's launch the app now. Hopefully this is just the first time that it's running, that it's taking a while. So yeah, invalid URL, that's fine. Any permissions, so let's sort that out. Copilot. Actually what we'll do is we'll just take a screenshot of that and get Copilot to fix it. So we'll just stop that. Go back in here and say getting this screenshot. So this is a fairly new feature, but again it's a useful feature, really, that we can just paste a screenshot of the error that we're getting, and Copilot just go away and fix it. So it knows that we're missing something in the Android manifest file. So if we just have a quick look at that, let's open over here. So there we go. It's added some permissions. Building it again, didn't ask it to. Built successfully, and I'll just get that to run. So let's fixed it. So obviously the emulator's running, so we don't need to boot that up. Hopefully we'll be a little bit quicker now. Not too much. But you know, that is quite useful, especially if you're using a mobile emulator like this, that you can just take a screenshot and say, this is what it's doing. This is the error that I've just got. Yeah, okay, to that. Export, capturing photo. Yep, while using app. And then, you know, doesn't have a camera. So that's fine. We could take a screenshot of that and get Copilot to do something, but we won't. So yeah, so there we have it really. So you know, we can see we've taken an idea, we've used a mobile device to put in the requirements, got Chat GPT to you know, kind of scaffold the application, and then you know, kind of given us a download file. We've taken that over to the desktop, you know, and yeah, ultimately we've got all of the requirements captured. Yeah, we've taken it over to the desktop. We've created a .NET MAUI application, and you know, we've deployed the Android mobile device, you know, and got things debugged. We've used Copilot to fix some of the errors that we've had with the actual application itself, and you know, hopefully we've got a successful SciPad application that we can use to take our analog notes that we've written, you know, bog standard paper and pen notebook, and digitize that into a OneNote application. So yeah, so that's pretty much it for this video. So thanks for watching. Cheers.